losing weight while breastfeeding so much easier. Now, these are 5 little tips that have helped me lose the baby weight while I'm breastfeeding with my 3 boys now. And I think it will really help you simplify the process and maybe take some of the stress out of what you're going through. And the first one might surprise you. And my first tip is to stop worrying about working out. I do not want you to put all your focus on working out. Now, what's going to happen if you do that is you're going to find 15 minutes to work out here. You're going to do an intense workout. Your hunger levels are probably going to increase and you're going to overeat that workout. That is very typical while breastfeeding because you're already dealing with a lot of hunger. And so working out can sometimes make that worse. So unless you've been working out a lot during pregnancy, you're very fit and you're craving those workouts again and you really are used to that and kind of factoring that in, I would say do not worry about the workout. That's tip number 1. So don't focus on that. Tip number 2 is start paying attention to how much you're eating right now. So rather than trying to clean up your diet a little bit, rather than starting to do a smoothie as a replacement, I need you to actually pay attention to how many calories you're eating. This is key. It's going to help you. It's going to open your eyes. You're going to say, wow, I'm eating quite a bit of calories. Do I really need these calories? And then you can really start scaling back your diet a bit. That is going to be, those 2 in general are going to help you a ton. So you can pay attention to how much you're eating just by writing everything down about how much you ate and start looking at your calories for about 3 days in a row, just what you would normally eat. So then you can really see and kind of open your eyes to whether you're actually just eating it out of habit, out of boredom, you're allowing cravings to kind of take over, and then you can really kind of face those things that are going on. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is to clean up your diet. So you don't have to count calories while you're trying to lose weight. It's not something that you have to do. And I like to steer away from that at first to see if somebody can really make progress by just cleaning up their diet. So taking out a lot of processed foods like breads and crackers and extra calories that don't have a lot of nutrition. So you really want to focus on fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, nuts, beans, anything that's a whole food source that hasn't been processed and gone through a lot of just like chemical things that make food not really food, but it tastes great. And maybe it'll have some added fiber, some added protein, but it's actually not very nutritious. The reason that I like you to clean up your eating too is because by eating cleaner foods and less sugar, less chemicals, your hormones are going to be able to balance better and function as they're supposed to when you're breastfeeding. So breastfeeding is a very hormonal process that happens, and you have to be able to kind of protect that through your nutrition. That's how your body functions, is what's coming into it, and then it can work with all the different pieces that you put into your body, all the different vitamins, all the different nutrients, and it can package those to how it needs. So you definitely want to clean up your diet. Of course, I have a free 10-day program that really helps you do that. So that is number 3. Number 4 is doing your smoothies. So I obviously am a big proponent of protein shakes. If you've read any of my blogs, and I've created Milk Dust as a protein powder to really help breastfeeding moms with their sugar cravings, as well as get the nutrients in. The reason that I like smoothies for breastfeeding moms is because it is a quick and easy way to get into a lot of nutrients. I highly recommend your protein powder, whatever one you're using, to be blended with real fruits and veggies so you can get all of that together in a nice package, drink it down, and if you're having a craving or you're thinking about some chips or some brownies, try to get a smoothie down. And the Milk Dust I created to be very sweet, so it kind of if you eat something sweet, then usually that helps take away that craving for something sweet, which is kind of the theory behind it as well. But you could do any protein powder and mix it with some things to help get that sweet, satisfying sweetness in. And then you also want to have those fruits and veggies to get the fiber in, which is going to make you feel full. And feeling full is usually does really well with getting rid of those sugar cravings because your body's feeling satiated. Okay, so now moving on to our last tip, tip number 5. So you want to increase your fiber and your protein intake. That is what's going to make you feel full, which is so, so important to eliminating cravings, to stopping yourself from binging and eating too much. And protein and fiber come in nutrient-dense foods. So adding a lot of fruits and vegetables into your diet is going to help reduce the calories that you're eating, because they are not calorie dense foods, but nutrient dense foods. You're going to feel full. You're going to have actually more energy. You're going to be eating less calories, and then your body's going to be able to use those nutrients to make the breast milk that you need, and then use the stored fat or the stored energy for any extra energy that you need to make your breast milk, and then get rid of that fat. You're not going to lose your breast milk if you have stored fat. That's why you have stored fat, is to be able to use that to produce breast milk. So it's a very natural process, but a lot of moms worry, and then they think they're losing their milk, but they don't know exactly what to look for. And so then they start eating more, and they feel like their milk is coming in more. But a lot of it is psychological. A lot of it is just your body adjusting to a different food intake, and which just takes a little bit of time. Your baby, if the baby's needing more milk, they will nurse more, and they will tell your body to produce more, and your body will let that baby survive no matter what over itself. So you can kind of relax a bit, and that's the natural process. Where some women have trouble is if their hormones are out of balance from the beginning, or they have a genetic predisposition to not being able to let go of fat as well, which I can go into on another video. But I wanted to get you 5 super important tips, and those are the 5 tips that are going to really, really help you and really get you going on your weight loss without having to do a whole lot of extra work. It just takes your mind control and making sure that you're eating the right foods. Hope that helps.